Listen, here's 3 mistakes that investors make when getting in the market. Now listen, you're going to lose some money sometime. That's expected. You cannot play this game without thinking that. So the goal overall for us to win more money than we lose. I know Warren Buffett said rule 1, don't lose money. Rule number 2, follow rule 1. But even Warren Buffett done lost a lot of money along the way, right? But the goal is to win more than you lose. So the first thing I want you to do as an investor is stop saying, I'm gonna invest in this company because it ain't going nowhere for a long time. Listen, that's one of the biggest mistakes you can make as an investor. Here's why. Just because a company isn't going anywhere doesn't mean that they're consistently making money. And a lot of times if a company is not making money, then the stock won't perform well. Because the stock price oftentimes is associated with the performance of a company. That's why a company have earnings. It's when a company tells us every 3 months, what did they do in a quarter? This is why companies do acquisitions, when they buy other companies. All of these things help the company perform well. That's why companies have products and services, right? Because as they add more products, as they have more services, the company does well. The people in the stock market feel great about the company stock price goes up. Now, the reason why I want you to stop saying that, so I'm going to use 3 companies right here. Watch this. AT&T. In the last 5 years, that stock is down 29%. That's right. So that means you haven't made money on that stock in 5 years. 5 years you haven't made money on that stock. But the stock does pay a 6.75% dividend. Now that's what some people getting caught up in. But you do not want a company that pays a great dividend, but the company isn't performing well. Why would I want to be in a company that's losing me money? There's over 6,000 companies on the market. You don't want to be in a company like AT&T. Get out of here. I know this one about to hurt y'all heart. Disney. I get it. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. Disney. In the last 5 years, the company is down 19%. And it only pays a 0.32% dividend. They don't even pay 1% dividend. And they pay the dividend semi-annually. Disney is not a company that I want my people to be in. Think about it. What is Disney going to do right now that's going to be innovative or disruptive? They not winning the streaming battle. Netflix is beating the brakes off them. And they not making money on the theme parks, even though they're charging us all that money for the popcorn and cold drinks and chips and the people that eat the hot dogs. Disney is still not making money. Also, look at a company like Pfizer. The company is down 30% in the last 5 years. Now, these are companies that may not be going nowhere for a while. I don't see Disney going bankrupt no time soon. I think AT&T is probably the largest phone carrier. They're not going nowhere no time soon. Pfizer keep on making new drugs. They're not going nowhere for a while. But guess what? They are not performing. You're in this game for performance. You're in this game for returns. I do not want you moving forward to say, I'm going to invest in the company because that company ain't going anywhere. You got to promise me. Listen to me. You got to promise me. We in this game to make money. Number 2, be mindful of dividend traps. That's right. What is a dividend trap? So a dividend trap is a company that's paying a good, solid dividend, but the company's actually not doing well. AKA, again, that's your AT&Ts, that's your Pfizer's. Why? Pfizer has a dividend of 5.79%. So you'll get caught in buying that company for the dividend when a company is not doing well, when in essence you can actually find a great dividend paying company that's actually doing well. AT&T with the 6.75% dividend is not doing good. So here's what we know when you get caught in those dividend traps. Guess what? The company can suspend its dividend. So here's what I want you to look for. I want you to look for companies, when you go and look for your dividend companies, I want you to look for a company that has a great balance sheet, a company that has a lot of cash, right? And a company that has consistently and consecutively paid and increased their dividend. That's right. So if you go back to 2008, if you go see if a company split their dividend, I'm giving you a hack right here. If you go to 2008, see what companies cut their dividends in 2008 and 9. Also, look at the pandemic. What companies cut their dividend during the pandemic? Disney, AT&T, You don't want to be a part of companies that are cutting their dividends or suspending their dividends because they fell on hard times. As an investor, you want a company that can consistently pay its dividends if they're paying a dividend, and that can consistently increase the dividend if they're paying a dividend. Those two things are extremely important. Dividend traps. Companies that pay high dividends or have big dividend yields, but when you pick the hood up, the companies are not performing well. As trappers, I need you to avoid that. Now, number 3, this is going to be tricky. I want you to avoid companies where management consistently gets pay raises for underperforming stocks and companies. One of the things I remember was in 2004, Coca-Cola wanted to do a C-suite, meaning the CEO, CFO, COO. They wanted to do a multi-billion-dollar pay increase. And Warren Buffett said, the stock isn't performing that well. Why would we vote on giving you that much of a pay increase and the stock is not even performing? And what they wound up doing was negotiating with Warren Buffett and the rest of the shareholders to not take the pay increase. But what they ended up doing was actually helping the stock perform better, and then they put incentives in play. Here's another thing. Disney, right now, Bob Iger got paid $15 million in 2022, and he got paid $32 billion in 2023. But yet Disney stock in 2023 was down double digits. Make that make sense to me. A CEO is getting paid millions of dollars in compensation and stock performance, stock buybacks, and the company isn't performing well. So I want you to be mindful of that. I want you to be mindful. So all you got to go do is when you're looking at a company, you can go type in what is this CEO's pay scale. And if that CEO is consistently getting pay increases and stock sharebacks, buybacks, stock options, and that stock is not performing well, I want you to not invest in that company. And the reason why I don't want you to invest in that company is because it's showing bad management. One of the key pillars in being a great investor, a trapper, is buying companies with great management. Great management knows how to market, promote, increase the top line, which is revenue, increase the bottom line, which is profit, increase the dividends if they pay one, but most importantly, return profits to shareholders. You and I are shareholders. So instead of them getting those big old pay increases, they can be getting what? They can be doing share buybacks, which help adding value to you and I as the shareholder. Why are they getting rich? If we're going to own a company, we want to increase our wealth too. So let's just do a minor backtrack on what we covered today. I promise you, if you take hold to these 3, it's going to help you out. First one is stop saying, I'm going to buy this company because this company ain't going nowhere. We know that's not it. Secondly, be mindful of the dividend traps. Companies that's paying huge dividends, but financially they are not doing good. And third of all, management that keeps getting pay increases and the stock performance is bad. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this. We got more videos coming to help you be a better investor. Salute.